What do you think about that? Email us, friends@foxnews.com. Meanwhile, is the government doing enough to help our wounded warriors find work? Our next guest says no, but he has a plan to fix all that.
All right, Steve, they're one of the most patriotic organizations in our nation, making it to their business to find jobs for our veterans every single day who are wounded in battle. Now they're calling on the government to do the exact same thing. Retired Lieutenant General Franklin Hagenbeck is with us now. He's with the National Organization on Disability and joins us. Lieutenant General, what is the government not doing that you are?
I think right now one of the major problems is that the government and the public sector and private sectors are not reintegrating our disabled veterans back into the local communities. And they have a large role to play, both the Veterans Affairs as well as the Department of Labor. And so we're working with them. I'm sorry, I was up in D.C. here the last couple of days, and we've been working with them to help fill that gap.
And in what way? Because it's hard enough getting jobs right now in this economy. Veterans' unemployment is a little bit higher than the national rate. And then you have people who are dealing with some type of wound as they try to get back into the workforce. Do we have to curry the jobs towards their skills?
No, I don't think so. I think these disabled veterans bring lots of skills and leadership skills, as well as the breadth and depth of experience they've had in the service, back to local communities. And so what has occurred is that the U.S. Army in 2007 asked the National Organization on Disability to help develop a solution to this problem. And they created 3 locations in North Carolina, Texas, and Colorado to work very closely with these disabled veterans. It was one-on-one with other veterans working with veterans, primarily disabled with disabled, very career-intensive, veteran-centric, and focused on transitioning them back into civil society. And the success rate has been that over 70% of those veterans, after 18 months, have a job or they're in some sort of educational environment to include vocational training. It's been very, very successful.
So, General, what can the government do, and how, for specifically, where would the funds go?
Well, the funds, really, we're not looking for that many public dollars. In fact, it only costs $3,500 per veteran per year to put them through this program. And so we have thousands of Wounded Warrior programs across the country, and we think there needs to be a public-private partnership in reintegrating these veterans back into to our communities. And so what we'd like to happen is for the government to advertise our model, and that it be adopted and adapted to the local communities, and they figure out with veterans organizations and others on how to make it work inside their communities. And we'll work with them very closely through our veterans.
And do you have a site where people can go who are watching you now and say they've got to help?
We sure do. It's nod.org. And our chairman is Governor Tom Ridge and President Carol Glazer. We're all open to talk to anyone, anytime about this program.
All right. Thanks so much for your service and everything you did, especially in Afghanistan, leading that invasion, and in Operation Anaconda. Lieutenant General Franklin Buster Hagenbeck, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you, Brian.